cars that are found there for that particular area. Keywords here would be 47, New York, Giants, anything relative to a bar, the name John. You guys are hopefully starting to see the point. Now, John used to sit in the back of the bar. So here, not yet. I'm going to go through the history first. I was just getting to that. So here's how this one's going to work. I'm going to go over the history of this, and we're going to spread out, staying away from the vehicles as much as we possibly can. Looks like we're probably about 7 or 8 vehicles in here. People get really funny about that. Really just stay away from the cars. So welcome to a parking lot, everybody, right next to a smelly dumpster. Congratulations, you made it. I told you, I think you guys are a weird spot. We took us wherever there weren't any vehicles where we can all fit. So with this particular space, this is where I start withholding information on purpose. Once I go through the history, I'll give you guys impromptu questions. I try to keep this one as controlled as possible. You'll see why once I start going through the history. And then I do round robins with you guys to see what's going on with your devices, take a bunch of notes, regroup us, and then give you all of the answers afterwards to show you how it all ties together, if we have anything going on at all. So what is this place? This used to be the Charles and Eliza Pinckney Mansion. So their mansion sat in the front of this space, facing East Bay Street. Eliza's garden was lined up exactly with where we are. The Five-Star restaurant went all the way across, and the servant and slave quarters were in the back of the space. That's the layout. Who the hell were these people? Charles and Eliza had a son named Charles. They had a nephew named Charles. That's 3 Chucks, in case you weren't paying attention. That's exactly why we're looking for secondary clues. In the event that Rob hears the name Charles, I'm hoping that another clue is going to come through so I know how to address that specific Charles. They're all 3 different men. You guys are starting to see the point now. Now, with that, the son and the nephew, signers of the Constitution for South Carolina. That's a big deal for us, but I hate politics more than all of you combined. Especially this year with us being, 37 days out away from the damn election. If I don't give the gentleman their recognition, by the way, they will do it for me in a very nasty manner for a spirit box. I just do it every night and we move on. So, we're going to talk about Eliza instead. Much better story, more richer history. So Eliza marries Charles at a young age according to today's standards. I say it slowly because if you have a spirit box and you're going to be asking her how old she was when she married, do not expect numbers from the colonial days when young ladies got married at like 12 and 14. Think of today's standards because the husband was over double her age. Kind of a creepy age gap then, creepy age gap now. I just put that out there. And that's my own opinion. Sometimes I put my foot in my mouth because sometimes I have that exact age group standing in front of me. Just so you know, you got the hardest one out there. Okay. Figured you came with a girl. What have we heard so far?
Nothing. It sounds like it's like a little crackle or something, you know.
Can I just put that up to my ear just to make sure it's sweeping?
It's still, it's like,
Yeah, it's not much of a volume afterwards. It's just weird that it's not giving me any no voices or anything at all. Anything weird?
no.
You heard anything?
No, something clicked a little bit, but I couldn't work out what it said.
I want to hear from Rob first. What have you heard along the way?
I got right now 3 times.
Right now, 3 times.
Yeah. I got a lot of Benson Boone as well.
I heard 22, that's it. That was horrible.
Like on the way in here, like how close are we to here?
On, like, walking down by the river.
Do you want to know why that's relevant? It's not part of the story, so I can reveal it right away.
I
I'm not going to tell you why you heard it. The person I'm about to tell you about died in 2022.
Ew!
This is what you signed up for.
I did, I love it. I love it.
She's grossed out. So cameras, you're not going to want to always keep them directed at us in the group because we're going to stay huddled like this for the entire duration that we're here. Try to point your cameras one way or the other going down the alley. Other tours come in, just lower your camera pointing at your feet. We will understand with that footage. So that's got the point. So everybody's recording. Kendra, tell us confirm if you have a square for record button and not a full circle. Good. Okay. Just want to make sure. All right. Anybody else? Wordless. How many you want? Just a letter H. What else stands out to me there is magic trunk. Like, that is weird. Like, I don't know what the hell that means. It's actually very interesting. So I'm going to dive into that one more, but I know what the H means. It's actually our next story. And we're actually closer to it of where we are now because that particular person is on the other side of this wall. We just can't access it from here. We got campfire, cheesy marshmallow, kind of goes for like what we just passed. So let's get into it. The doctor moved down here from Rhode Island. His name is Dr. Joseph Brown Ladd, by the way. So here's Heather. You're going to be looking for the initials RI for Rhode Island. So that's part of one of the major things. But the rest of you that are listening to your spirit boxes right now, if you hear the song Brown Eyed Girl come through, it is not coincidence. It is part of the doctor's name. It happens all the time. Anyway, Dr. Ladd moves here because he's supposed to get married to his fiancee, Amanda. Amanda just inherited a lot of money from her dead parents. And she has an attorney helping her out with all of this cash flow that she just got. And the attorney thinks that Dr. Ladd is just after her money. So he tells Amanda to get rid of the doctor. So he comes down here to Charleston to prove that he's not after the money. He's going to start his medical practice here. On his way into town, he had a coachman that set him up to be robbed and killed. It's like having a really bad Uber driver in today's world. So somebody was walking by to see what was about to happen, and the person walking by was named Ralph Isaacs. Do those initials sound familiar to you, Heather? Rhode Island, right? So that's the exact reason why we have the device that she's using. I was getting RI on regular spirit boxes. I wanted to verify with actual letters. So I'm like, you get an RI, it's only shown up whenever I brought up Ralph's name in the past year. So you have that idea. Moving forward, Ralph tells the doctor, hey dude, I know this guy, the coachman. He's going to try to kill you. Why don't you come with me? We're going to go to 59 Church Street. I got friends there that'll rent you a room, and you'll be safe. Well, Doc took him up on the offer, and the two gentlemen became friends. The longer the doctor stays here in Charleston, the more money he's making. He's proving his point. He's not after Amanda's money. He's making his own. She gets wind of this, and she's moving down so they could be married. Dr. Ladd then became known as the Whistling Doctor. This is why I hate the damn story. Every haunted city you will ever visit anywhere is going to have a cliche whistling ghost. We all have one. This one just happens to be a doctor. So why are we in duel or battle? Dr. Ladd and Ralph go see plays together, but they can't sit next to each other because the doctor makes more money. That's the hierarchy of Charleston. So, on the way home, he gets better seats. That's why he goes sit next to each other in case you pick up on that. But they're walking home talking about the new actress that they just saw, and Doc thought she was great, but Ralph didn't. Then they start arguing, and then Ralph just relevant to yours, but it vanished. I'm sorry. Anything else, Morgan? Did you get anything?
No, I don't have it.
Okay, that's okay.
Doris could be relevant to I'm sorry.
I don't know, but our grandmother's name is also Doris,
Alright.
but she's alive.
She's alive.
When I was still having
Anything else since we've been here? Anything new? Right. Oh, by the way, speaking of paranormal, today is actually National Ghost Hunting Day. In case nobody knows. So, again, I find I was telling Chase along the way, like normally I'm sold out on National Ghost Hunting Day, but the people that booked that day have no idea that it was National Ghost Hunting Day. So it's just very interesting because I think you guys all had that surprise look on your face too. But it's my line of work. I have to understand. So there's a paranormal day and then there's a ghost hunting day. So paranormal day is normally like May 3rd, so they don't get away May 4th. So it just depends on how it falls. And then obviously ghost hunting falls right before Halloween. All right, anything else weird going on with your devices before we leave this very warm and humid space that all of your foreheads are glistening in?
Was there anything that anybody named Joe,
Ooh.
Well, Dr. Joseph Brown Ladd.
It did say, sorry,
Okay.
it said hi,
Oh, no, it's alright.
like H-I.
It's just an insect.
So high is not going to be a term used in that time
Right.
frame,
But
but
it's a
I'm
Joe.
still going to take the J-O. I know it's not 3 letters or more, but again, I can't count it as being a coincidence because again of where we're at, especially with 22 that we heard earlier. Very interesting piece. All right, so we are going to go up and around the corner because it's super hot down here. Cameras, if you want to stop them, completely.
I don't know if he's talking about Jesus Christ.
Also the first
That's not what?
We can get away back. Yes. So something just hit the bag, probably a twig from the tree.
He just said right.
That's what I thought I heard. By the way, the grave is, you guys see the cross headstone in the background? Sue is to the left and one more row back. You can see why we were closer to her when we were back in the alleyway. So where's the thermal? Oh, we got it up on the foot. I was like, oh, we got 3 cameras. But yeah, we'll get about 7 or 8 minutes up here. We'll kind of see what we get going on. Again, we heard right. I'm going to write that down. So Morgan, are you listening in? Damn it, get to work before I fire you.
I can't multitask.
How's your light on there, Paul? You got 2 bars on the top light? So there's like the blue dot up there on the actual light.
Oh yeah.
You have a zoom on there too, right about where your middle finger is. There's a button that goes horizontally on the top of the camera. You can zoom in and out.
Yeah.
We'll give this another minute or two. So Brian, did you have anything going on with your camera? You've been pretty quiet down here, dude.
No, just no recording.
Pretty quiet all night. That's right. Gotta keep turning around and make sure you're still there. Zach, no ratings at all.
Ooh, 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 what? Ooh, blood physical, please. Blood physical, please. Yes. That was good.
I was going to say, wow, that's really in-depth.
Well,
right
Serena
now.
Carpenter. Very communicative. Blood physical, please. I don't like it.
All right, let's cut the cameras. We're gonna get out of this way. So we you ever done virtual reality before?
Only when my kids let me their device that I pay for.
So this is not going to be a Jurassic Park eating your face off kind of thing. So it's just going to be a 2D. It just feels a little funny in there. When you get in there, just look straight ahead. It will line up, and that should be a button right there. Okay. We'll start off with 11:01 then. So, what color is the blue banana? Perfect. You can't hear me. Henry, I'm sorry for the loud noise. I know you don't always like the large crowds in here. So let's start off and make things nice and simple. Can you tell us about your job and what you did for a living?
I got Jesus.
Henry, we're going to start off simple with your work. What did you do for a living?
Charles.
What did you do for work?
DL.
Henry, if Dr. Ladd is here, he knows to use his code word. By the way, everybody needs to know that that code word is purple. That's not a common word we would get on the radio, so if they say it,
Jesus again.
Young.
Generate words and don't screen by the way. You'll have to go back. Young. Henry, back to your work, please.
Let's do it. And Jesus again.
Henry, don't know where all the religious terms are coming from. It's not something that normally occurs.
I see an older woman, like, laughing, like, smiling, happy.
Okay. Time error?
Picture.
Can you put a time error on that picture?
How do you want to do that?
No, I mean, can you tell us what time error it's from?
I would definitely say probably the 1800s. Definitely.
Henry?
Almost looks like a nun. Like he's got some sort of head work on it.
Okay. Lots of religious phrases coming through.
I'm trying.
Henry, you got to try harder. Use those frequencies. You got 2 people to channel through. You also got the blue box for imagery.
Got a light, and it looks like a bell on a desk.
Anything else on that desk?
No, I don't see anything else that looks like a,
Come back.
it's like a bell.
So what's interesting about that bell is a common question when the church bells go off from St. Michael's. I always ask, what sound did we just hear? Because we've seen it on everything besides the images. So that's the first time we've actually had bells show up, even though I didn't even ask the question tonight.
The
So,
first.
first time.
Luke.
Henry, push harder. Let's get you.
Wisconsin.
Let's push through and talk about your work. Let's stay focused on your work. I'm not talking too loud. You're doing pretty well. Henry, I like the desk, but you need to tell us more about what happened at that desk. Kendra, any words? It's looking like you want to say something. Henry, give us nice, clear words. Tell us about what happened at that desk. You can show us. We can interpret images. Use the blue box for that. I'm surprised Morgan's as quiet as she is. I thought she was going to be a chatterbox. Well, we got the I'm trying. So
Promise.
I need really loud.
Henry, if somebody else is here, you need to let us know.
2.
Who else is here? Did we already get the name?
Stand up and fight.
What's that?
Henry, was the name already said of who else might be here?
Anne or Anna.
Veteran?
Yes, Henry, you were a veteran. It was one of your jobs. Can you tell us which war you were a veteran of? You could show us. Sometimes it's hard to find that exact word in there. Fuzzy? Get anything going on?
No.
Just fire it again.
Anne.
Henry, we're running out of time. I would like to have some more images. Can you show us the war that you were a veteran of? If Brittany doesn't want to fall asleep in there.
Was that like an insult?
Henry, you come with respect. Henry,
14.
Henry, let's go back to your work.
24.
Flag?
Don't talk.
Don't talk
Dan.
Wake up.
Dan.
So what gets me about the don't talk 24, usually if we start probing questions about his son, who was born on Christmas Eve, 24, I usually get to stop, don't talk, that kind of mentality. So basically asking me to stay away from the topic of the son. So Henry, I'm going to respect that. I was still asking about your work.
Are you worthy?
Wow. She's getting serious with some of these damn questions. She's asking me more questions than I've asked her, I think.
Be good.
Henry, you tell us what you want to talk about. How about that? Many topics, but you are running out of time. You got about 3 minutes. We could talk about the war. We could talk about your work. We could talk about the love for your wife. We could talk about how you met your wife. We could talk about good things. Happy thoughts from your very short life. And be specific, please.
Stop.
We're not stopping yet. 3 minutes to go. Any other numbers, Zach? I'll have you and Chase take a lap when we're done.
Stop.
Henry, I'm not stopping. You know what your code word is to tell us to truly stop. The code word is home. Like, as in
I
home.
love you.
Wow, that's serious.
5.
Henry, the anniversary of your death coming up.
7? 5.
Henry, the anniversary of your death is coming up. Can you tell us what that
Vic-
number?
Victory?
I see a man and it looks like an art project. Maybe they're dancing or something.
Yes.
Looks like some sort of statue. I can't. You can't.
Winner.
They're dancing.
Is there a time frame on that?
I mean, the guy looks like water night. He's got a beard. But it looks like more like a sculpture. It looks like almost like a ball.
Okay. Take a look at that when it's done here. Henry, we are running out of time. I'm going to ask you a question I don't normally ask. It just kind of reminded me. Can you tell us what kind of facial hair you have?
Scared.
You get a very distinctive mustache.
Fuck.
Wow. That's odd coming out of
There
her.
you go.
Henry? Henry, I've asked a direct question about
The death of.
your facial hair.
That's funny.
Can you tell us about your facial hair? You're kind of known for that. It's easy to recognize you with it.
What? Why did Jesus?
Henry, we are going to wrap this up. Can you tell us goodnight?
The hell something.
He's not happy with me at all. Henry? Last chance to give us any kind of final words. Going once.
Stop.
That's our cue. Let's go ahead and tap them out. So tap the leg. Yep, Brittany, peel it off your face.
That was very cool.
Nobody get up. So I want to make sure you